March 16th is the birthday of a very special little girl called Katie. She sadly passed away when she was just 7 years old while living overseas with her family. Loss and grief as an expat is something we almost never talk about, even though, of course, it happens. Most of the time when we talk about expat life, we talk about the adventure and the travel and all the fascinating cultures that we get to experience. But what happens when tragedy hits? When you're living far away from home without the people and systems that you normally rely on? I'm Angela. I spent 30 years living overseas in 11 different countries, raising 2 children and navigating all the realities of expat life. And I'm here to talk honestly about it all. Katie and her family were living overseas when the unimaginable happened. And this is something that nobody can prepare you for. Your family isn't there, your lifelong friends aren't there, the systems and services, and of course the language, all of those things can be completely different. Even simple things like knowing what you're supposed to do next or who you're supposed to call can feel completely overwhelming. And you're trying to navigate all of that while your heart is absolutely shattered. Of course, loss is difficult no matter where you are in the world. But when you're living overseas, there's this extra layer of isolation and confusion that's really hard to process. At the same time, something incredible happens in the expat world in these moments. The community around you gathers. People from different countries, different cultures, different languages, different practices, they step in, they show up, and they do what they can to help you get through. Katie was only 7 years old. She loved reading, rock climbing, and eating sushi. And even though her life was short, the impact she had certainly didn't end when she died. And over the years, that ripple has traveled much further than any of us expected. And that's something I think about a lot. When someone we love dies, we start talking about them in the past tense. But the truth is, the impact they had on our lives keeps showing up in so many different ways. It shows up in the kindness and the compassion of those who knew them and those who may not have known them, but are touched by their story. Living internationally teaches you so many things about the world, but one of the things it really shows you is how deeply connected human beings actually are. A sweet little girl who lived overseas continues to inspire and connect people from many different countries around the world. And years later, she's still making people smile. We smile when we say her name, we smile when we share her story, and we smile when we feel the gifts that she brought to our lives. So every year on Katie's birthday, I celebrate the fact that she was here and that I had the chance to be touched by her life. And I celebrate her family, who spent 7 precious years loving her and nurturing her and watching her grow, and who allow Katie's story to continue rippling out into the world. If you've ever experienced loss while living abroad, you know how complicated that can feel. But you're not alone in that experience. And maybe today you'll all find yourself thinking about someone who touched your life too. Because even though people leave us, the love they brought into the world doesn't disappear. It keeps moving through the people whose lives they changed. Thank you for watching wherever you are in the world. I'll see you next time, and happy heavenly birthday to Katie.